Hey guys, what's going on? I just had an inspiration here, something that I thought I wanted to share, less formal than any of my other videos. But I've been thinking about doing it, and so what the hell? I'm just gonna do it while I'm thinking about it. Might be more impactful that way. It's Sunday night, just chilling here on my couch. My wife, daughter are out doing something. They were going to get some tea at some tea place where my niece works and all that. And me and Gracie are just hanging out. We're watching a movie. Say hello to everybody, Gracie. So, anyway, back in the day, probably about 10 years ago, when I was really in the throes of my addiction on a Sunday night like this, I would probably have been drinking all day, and I probably would have been hiding it, having one or two here and there out in the garage. I'd be sent on errands where I would, have a stash in my car and I would sneak one or two here and there. And, the funny thing about, when you're drinking like that is it's just built up in your system. So the people around you, it kind of becomes the norm. They can't really tell. It's just something that's been built up over time. And as you continue abusing alcohol, you will build up a tolerance to it where you just have it in your system, and it really it doesn't affect you like it used to. It doesn't give you any type of euphoric bliss or anything like that. But it is Sunday night. I am and have been for a long, long time completely sober. And I thank God, Creator, Source, my higher powers, my spirit team out there, the angels, everybody like that. I thank them all the time for this, and I really am having a lot of gratitude right now, because back 10 years ago, I'm 49 years old right now, and I was 39. Wow, I was in it, and I was in a job that was not the right fit for me anymore. Sunday nights were full of so much fear and anxiety and dread. And the funny thing, and you can relate to this if you ever have been addicted to something like alcohol, or well, alcohol. I don't know about I'm no expert on addiction to other substances, but the alcohol, what happens is you have a level of it in your blood all the time, and then you go to sleep, and then you wake up. It starts to leave your body. Sometime, usually for me, it was around, and this is not uncommon among, people who are addicted to alcohol, starts to leave your system, and you wake up. Hey everybody, it's me again. I got a little interrupted before my wife and daughter came in, and I was on the couch recording. So anyway, I cut that short. But yeah, no, I'm up here now. I wanted to continue my message that I was just thinking about this evening. I'm up here in my little office area and getting ready for my week tomorrow. Again, like I said, it's Sunday night. But the one thing that is so different now versus the time that I was describing before, where, I did have the alcohol in my system all the time, and then it would start to withdraw early in the morning, and you'd wake up at 2, 3 in the morning with this crazy, like just this gut wrenching anxiety. Oh man, you want to talk about a nightmare. But anyway, I don't do that anymore. And it's been a long time. And now there is no Sunday night dread. There is no drinking to escape my fears of the upcoming week, no anxiety. And a lot of that stuff, here's the key, a lot of that stuff was all created in my own mind, and I thought I was drinking to help escape or give myself a break. And the only thing I was doing is I was putting things on hold. I was refusing to just simply walk through my fear, which if I would have just done it in the first place, everything would have been just fine. I mean, 99 plus, I would even say 100% of my problems were all created by myself. And they were a much bigger deal to me than they ever were externally. Anyway, if you find yourself in that same position that I was, and you want to chat with anybody about it, I'm around. I would just encourage you, being Sunday night, maybe you're trying to escape what's coming up this week. I don't know, I'm totally looking forward to like everything I got to do this week, but I'm certainly not dreading it. Some of it I will most certainly enjoy. So anyway, that's about it. I've got an email on my website, soberawakening.org. You can see my other vlogs on there that have to do with sobriety, my spiritual journey that I have been on since sobering up and getting a much clearer perspective on things in the world around me. From a spiritual perspective, now that I'm looking at the world through sober eyes, with a lot more love and gratitude in my heart. But that's about it. I hope this finds you well. If you're going through that or anything else, just know that, don't be afraid to walk through your fear, because there is just so much reconciliation and then resurrection on the other side for you and whatever you're doing here, for the world and for yourself and for your loved ones and all that. So that is it. Lots of love to you all, and have a great rest of your Sunday night. Bye-bye now.